Today we're taking to the streets of Perth to find out what people think about Perth being ranked 7th as the most livable city in the world. And is this survey even accurate with its livable cities being ranked the way that they are?
Perth is climbing the ranks of the world's most livable cities, up one spot to number 7, but it's still lagging behind Melbourne and even Adelaide.
Vienna and Vancouver came second and third, Adelaide snatching a tie for 5th, Perth in at 7th, up one spot from last year.
Is 7 a good number in terms of ranking for the most livable city in the world?
Well, after travelling to Europe twice in the last 4 years, it's always good to come home, and there's so many wonderful things. So I think it should have been ranked a little bit higher.
Number 7, I would have thought we should be number 1, actually.
I've noticed that it's dropped from last year, fair enough. Look, I think it's quite realistic as well.
We are quite expensive as a state, should I say, let alone in Australia. But yeah, I'm quite surprised we're 7th. I would have thought we'd be much higher.
Top 10 in the world's pretty good, isn't it? I mean, Melbourne's ranked higher, but Melbourne's got a bit more of a bar scene and more things happening, so I think Perth's done pretty well.
But I think that is a good ranking, and everyone who is in the first 20 have to be proud of their city.
What do you think in terms of features or highlights about Perth that you like the most?
The Swan River, that is my favourite part, and the beaches.
Beautiful, clean, fresh, lovely environment. Everything's so clean, it's just lovely. And the waterways and everywhere you go to, you know, like you wander around these spots, lovely cafes, beautiful parks.
We've got a beautiful coast, and yeah, that's pretty much one of the main things for me, is our coastline.
We have 300 sunny days out of 365. That's a big draw card.
And you've got to get people to hear. When they walk around places like this, they can see how wonderful a place it is, and actually bits of it remind you of Europe.
What do you think Perth could do in future to rank higher?
Melbourne is a good place to look to. It's a similar climate to ours, except they have 4 seasons in one day. We've got a better climate, so we should rate higher.
Maybe a few more big-scale entertainment sort of things could bring more people towards the city.
So we have world-class venues that I think could be promoted a lot more. They're here, we've just got to let everybody know, but not too many.
More activities, more things going on.
What kind of things do you think?
Like where I live, basically, there's a sort of like a food market that's on Friday, and there's a farmer's market and that sort of stuff. It just makes it a more interesting place to live.
So when we got here, we didn't know that you could have free transport in town. So it's just little things that need to be pronounced a bit more. And I think when they get the train station going out to the airport as well, I think things like that will make a big difference.
More investment into art and cultural attractions. You know, like we have Fringe and Festival of Perth, but that only takes a small chunk of our art and culture life. I think that should be maybe spread out more throughout the year.
I know people say it's a slow-paced city, but I think it's perfect, just, yeah, the way it is.
Best Tedros for Undercurrent.